Hey folks, this is Rose from Roses Garden, and Randy Brown from Thunderhorse Descendant has asked me if I would be willing to do the next link in our missing link book. So I said, yeah, I'll try and get to that this weekend, and so here we are. We're going to work on this. And it looks like the one we're going to work on today will be Cumulus clouds. So let's turn down and we'll look at this a little better, and we'll see what we're up to. Okay, so here we are with our cumulus clouds. And according to our list over here, we'll need for materials 16 inches of 18 gauge brass wire. Well, it's 18 gauge, but it's actually bronze, but we'll definitely make that work. For the tools, we need chain nose pliers, flat nose pliers, round nose pliers, flush cutters, and then it calls for oxidizing agent, steel wool, and the rotary tumbler, which of course we do not use. It says the finished size varies and the level of difficulty is more challenging. These look sort of cool, so we'll see what all we need. Now, it didn't ask for a ruler, which it says 16 inches, so I would think we need to measure that. So let's get our 16 inches of wire cut. Okay, our first instruction says bend the wire in half and squeeze the bend tightly with flat nose pliers and straighten the wires so they are parallel. So let's do that. And so we'll bend the wire in half. Okay. Squeeze the bend tightly with your flat nose pliers and straightens the wires so they are parallel. Okay. So let's get our flat nose pliers out here and squeeze the wire till it's flat. Okay. Well, relatively flat. And then we will straighten the wires so they're parallel. Okay. Grasp the wires at the bend with the round nose pliers and form a simple loop. Center the loop over the wires using your chainmail pliers. So take and make a loop and center. It's not quite. Okay, here we go. Hold the loop with the flat nose pliers and cross the wires slightly. That's step 3. Okay, we've got our little wire here. And now what did it say? Hold the loop with the flat nose pliers and cross the wires slightly. Okay. Cross the wires slightly. I guess one goes one way and one goes the other. I guess. I think maybe they're supposed to go this way. There we go. I think that's what they want. All right. So then let's see what the next step is. step 4, which is figure 4 as well down here. Grasp one of the tail wires close to the loop with the round nose pliers. Wrap the wire around one barrel to create a loop. Grasp the loop with the chain nose pliers and form a spiral around the loop, making at least one additional turn. Okay. So, grab the round nose pliers. And wrap the wire around one barrel to create a loop. Grasp the loop with the chain nose pliers. Okay, so wrap around a barrel to make a loop. Okay. Grasp the loop with the chain nose pliers and form a spiral around the loop, making at least one additional turn. Okay. Wire's long enough, it's grabbing other things. Come on, baby. Twist. Making at least one extra loop. Okay. Now, since this says at least, I assume we can make more than one if we wanted to. Just gonna leave it like that with the one loop here. I think that's what it's asking for. Repeat step for number 5. We repeat step 4 with the other tail wire, varying the placement of the loop and number of spirals. Repeat step 4 again with each wire, creating a total of 4 spirals in varying sizes. End with both tail wires vertical and parallel to each other opposite the loop with the other end. So it looks like we'll take from one, go right into a little spiral and keep going until we want to stop. So let's repeat that on the other side, and then we will go to the next steps. So let's go around our barrel and grab it with the chain nose pliers. I'm actually sort of surprised they said use the chain nose, because I would have expected to use the flat nose, but I guess it doesn't make much difference. Now it looks like it was saying after we do this to continue down. Yeah, figure 5 was this one with the 4 different loops on it, and that was figure 5 that we were talking about. So we want to repeat step, varying the placement of the loop and number of spirals. Repeat step 4 with the other tail wire, varying. Repeat step 4 again with each wire, creating a total of 4 spirals in varying size. So let's keep spiraling, I guess. So we ended actually with this one being in the way of the other one a little bit, but it looks like we want to just take this end, grab it with our round nose again, wherever we feel like it, I guess, and then make a loop around it. grab and make more loops. I'm finding this a little bit unwieldy right here in this spot. Trying to decide if I want these to be bigger loops or not. Maybe I'll put one more spiral on these since it said as many as you want. So let's put one more spiral on the bottom one here. Oop, come on, don't slide out of my pliers. But even though this says use chain nose, I'm thinking of the flat nose might actually be a better fit for this job, but we will do it as they ask. So now I've made this second loop have an extra spiral than the one above it, since they said do it as you want it. So I'm going to now do this other side. Got to pull it out some because they're overlapping some, which is probably a good thing because I think the picture shows some sort of overlap. Oop, come on, baby, back in there. There we go. And grab it with these. And now see, the problem as I see it is these are trying to, you know, we could probably do this even by hand, maybe even easier than with the pliers. Oh yeah, see how that worked much better with that when I did it by hand? I like it with by hand by better. So I guess whichever works better for you is the way you do it. Okay, now we've got our spirals done that they wanted us to do. And let's see what our next instruction says. It's actually sort of cool. Okay, so on 6, using your chain nose pliers, bend one tail wire to a 90-degree angle and wrap this wire once around the other tail wire and then trim. Tuck in the with the chain nose pliers. Using the chain, bend one tail wire to a 90-degree angle. Wrap this wire once around the other tail wire and trim. Okay. Okay, so bend one tail wire at a 90-degree angle. Come on, babies. They're right beside each other now. Okay. That didn't bend very well. Let's see if we can get that a better bend in there. There we go. I think that's better. And wrap this one wire around the other one. Wrap this one around the other one once. Okay. It doesn't look like once from the pictures. Looks like they've done it at least twice. See? Let's see what the next Wrap this wire once around the other tail wire and trim. Tuck in the ends with the chain nose pliers. Form a wrapped loop with the remaining tail wire, making the loop the same size as the first loop and wrapping over the previous wrap. Trim the wire and tuck. Okay, that's why it looks like the one, why it looks like it's more than one wrap, because we're going to wrap over the top of it with the other one. So we'll just cut this here. And this looks like we had a lot of extra wire. I guess I could have done some more wraps on it. And then we're going to form a wrapped loop with the remaining tail wire, making the loop the same size as the first wire and wrapping over the previous wire. Okay, so since we're just going to make a wrapped loop, we'll and we want it the same size as the other, so just make a wrapped loop about the same size. Let's see if that's about the same size. Yep, looks pretty good, but I don't think I tucked this wire in, and it very specifically said tuck the wire in. Okay, just straighten these up because they're not straight to each other anymore, I don't think. Is that right? We know how to do that. So we'll wrap this around the other wire. Which makes it for a sort of a messy loop, but that's all right, I guess. We'll tuck this in, cut it in the back. Come here, baby. Gotta be careful not to catch anything else here. I'll tuck that in. Now mine's a bit longer than theirs was. I made it too much of a tail here. Trim the wire and tuck in. Oxidize the link. Okay, I guess we're done with it. But now with all these pictures, you have different ways of doing it, and they did say do it the way you want to. So now see, no, I guess that's the wire going down, because I was going to say this looks like this wire's cut, but I guess it's not. It's just going down to the next bit here. But yeah, I made mine a little longer than theirs, so I know in the future not to make it so long. But there's our little cumulus cloud. I really don't like that end very well. I suppose I could unwrap it and redo it, and I just might. But well, not on this one. I will do it the next time I make one. I will remember to do that. But from the sounds of it, you can put these little swirls any way you want them. It is a cute little guy. But like I said, I made this too long. I should have wrapped it just real tight and then came in with a real much closer, because it should have been only about right here. But it's a cute little guy. So anyway, there is our little cumulus cloud. Isn't he cute? Though I will say that I marred the wire up a little bit with my pliers when I was working on him, and I did find it easier to do the swirls once I got them started finishing them by hand. So, you know, And it said you could do your squirrels any way you wanted to, so we could have put them down here further, or made them bigger, made one smaller, one bit. So anyway, there's the little guy. He's cute, isn't he? I actually do like this little one. I'll probably make some more and be more careful not to mar the wire up, so that when I use them, they will be in pristine condition. But yeah, I really like that. That's the Cumulus cloud, and it's in our missing link book on page 74 and 75. So these always turn out smaller than I expect them. You look at the picture and they always look so big, and then they turn out tiny little guys, but they're really cute. Anyway, that's been our Cumulus cloud, and this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, helping out Randy Brown from Thunderhorse Descendant. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.